Today, with respect to healthcare, we are going to look into the issue of the health minister, Honorable Kobla Minta Kando, and then medical personnel, that's doctors who are refusing to attend to their post. We're going to look at the accident issue involving the gunman chair, and then the visit of the president to him at the University of Ghana Medical Center. We're also going to look at security, where we'll be a bit snappy about the happenings between Ghana and Burkina Faso. Also with respect to economy, and as you expect, we'll be touching a little on the cocoa farmers and then cocoa board issue. We'll also be looking at other issue with respect to entertainment, where how do you call it? Popcorn has been installed as a chief in Ghana, and also Celestine Donko also celebrate 20 years in the music industry. Another story that we'll be also looking at is Ghana's sensational artist Kwao Kese also saying music awards are meaningless. So viewers, be with us as we take you through the details of these stories. Thank you. To start with our issues of the problems or stuffs happening around the country over this month, we're taking straight to the issue of health, where the Minister of Health, Honorable Kobla Minta Akando, is threatening to take names of medical doctors who have been posted to certain regions and then are not ready to move to post. He is threatening to take their name off the payroll system. And viewers, this news comes as a result of failure of some medical personnel who have been posted to the Volta and the OT regions to work, and then they have ever since refused to go to post.
Able to give up their best. We have started that myself, engaging them, and so government will also look at how we can incentivize them to give up their best in these districts where they have been posted. I believe, and I have the strongest conviction, that our wonderful medical doctors will respond to this call.
According to the minister, this was supposed to be from when he was sworn into office as a Minister of Health. It was after he has been sworn in that such happenings have been occurring, and he wondered why these medical doctors are refusing to go to their designated postings. So we will also delve into the issue well, and then we'll also follow the issue as to the update, and then also we'll keep our listeners updated on this very issue, whether the medical doctors have attended to post or the Minister of Health has taken their name out of this or out of the payroll of the Ministry of Health. On Ghana this month was around last week or so, the gunman chair also was involved in an accident. According to stories, he was returning from a personal visit to the Yana, and then the accident happened around the OT region.
And yeah, for good reasons. Ne car odi tu kwan enra ahomachi konya accident. Ama car no hu nya car na ya. I hope so you safe. Yeah, according to sources no or you safe. The driver no na or sustaining injuries. Inti no nia ewo ho efa gunman che ho no.
We dey nyina onkafra onkose. We dey ye bompire yenkai no
story, or we can confirm now that the gunman chair is fully fit, and then he's fit, though his driver sustained some level of injury, but then there wasn't any casualty, so everything is good as we prayed for. And then somewhere around last week, the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, paid a visit to the gunman chair when he was receiving treatment at the University of Ghana Medical Center, where though he wasn't that much hurt, but then he was supposed to be attended to. So that's where he was being attended to. So the president of Ghana visited the Gamanche at the University of Ghana Medical Center. The month of February, you and I can testify to the fact that there were so many noise around the cocoa sector, where there was this misunderstanding between cocoa farmers and then the management or the leadership of Cocoa Board. The story is that when we entered this year, you could see cocoa farmers were lamenting as to the refusal of Cocoa Board to pay them their allowance. They were complaining that since last year they've not been paid their allowance, that is the 3,600 cedis. Now, Ghana Cocoa Board, this issue is an issue that transcends back us. You could remember during the campaign period when the NDC were campaigning. At that time, cocoa was around 2,000, around 2,000 so, and then it was raised by the previous government to 3,001. During that time, or during the campaign, you could hear the current Minister of Finance on campaign platform telling farmers that they've been cheated by the MPP administration. They are being cheated, and then they were supposed to be giving 6,000 and 6,500. Some even said 7,000, and so cocoa farmers shouldn't.
Asasi we bebeto mi na no ya abrewa poso na di asase ne maame ye se me maame amene ne wo fi ono kura so ya abrewa koko yinti na me gina so amede hwe me maame no ye ba ye ni abre no oba sa hida boso oba se ye bo se afi obi akọ plaza uni asase akọ plaza na koko ni beto ni ya bi ana system ni ye ma no ko garantie ni na baba o so baba be boy.
Be happy that the government is giving them 3,001. So it was one of their major campaigns. So cocoa farmers were all expecting that since they are now coming into power, or since they are now in administration, they can give them something more than the 3,001 the MPP government was giving them. Along the line, the NDC government, when they came to power, increased the cocoa allowance to 3,600, and then that is what cocoa farmers are receiving now, even though they were not happy with the fact that they were promised 6,500, but then they are being given 3,600. They accepted it in good faith, expecting that the government is going to do it, is going to give it to them every time as it requires of them. Now, over 5 months, they have not been paid their allowance, and they started questioning as to why they have not been paid. Somewhere around last week or two, the government called an emergency cabinet meeting to tackle the cocoa sector issues, and then after the cabinet meeting, the Minister of Finance came out and then said, well, they are going to pay the money for the cocoa farmers, but then they are reducing it from 3,600 to 2,500 or so. And this has angered cocoa farmers. This has angered cocoa farmers as to they feel that they have been deceived by the current government and then the leadership of Cocoa Board. And so there have been so many issues, press conference upon press conference, demonstrations upon demonstrations around the country. So somewhere around last week, you could see from I could hear that Seshiri also Cocoa Farmers Association held, they did a demonstration against leadership of Cocoa Board and the government.
This is brought to you by Right Media TV.